Well, hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, as a matter of fact. This is Cleta the Cheetah coming to you live. And we are coming a little bit earlier today for our Boss Babe call. I don't know exactly when you're watching this, but we decided that the Boss Babe call normally is at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's going to be right about when the halftime for the Super Bowl is. So we decided to do it early, and you can either watch it early or watch it later. So anyway, of course, you may want to watch a football game too, right? And so anyway, today is February the 13th, 2022, and we are on week number 6 of the original Boss Babe, which was, as you know, Mary Kay Ash. And so what a great lesson this is today. So hopefully you're following along in your workbook and you're doing your assignments, doing your weekly accomplishment sheet every week. Yes, you are doing your 6 most important things list every week, and I guarantee your business is growing. If you're doing just those 2 things and applying some of the things that we learn at the end of every week, you list 5 or 6 things that says 3 to 5 specific things you will do to promote your business and your belief, to build your business and belief. So hopefully you're doing that, looking at the Bible verse every week as well. So let's get into it. I'm so excited. So this week is called Serve and Appreciate Others. That is the theme of the week this week. And so this is such a good one for Mary Kay Ash. If anyone who knows her know that she was all about this. And so let's go ahead, and I'm going to share the screen with you just to give you a little bit more to look at besides just me. And so we are going to go with our week number 1. Oh, I got to scroll on to the right week here. Hang on a minute, ladies. So y'all can just look at all the things we have studied. Isn't that awesome? I should have got to the right week. Last week was determination. Okay, here we are, I believe, week number 6, Serve and Appreciate Others, by our original Boss Babe, Mary Kay Ash. Okay, so Mary Kay Ash was always others focused. And if you've ever heard her speak or maybe listened to a video, she used to say that everyone has an invisible sign hanging from their neck saying, "Make me feel important." To never forget this message when working with people. And she truly practiced what she preached by, when she preached, pretend like everyone has a sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." She was always focused on how to make those around her feel special and appreciated. And I even remember as a brand new beauty consultant, when you're nervous, I remember my director telling me this, and she said, just pretend when you get there that everybody has that invisible sign. And when you go to that skincare class, we used to call it a beauty show. When you get to that beauty show, you look at them, and that's your one and only goal, is to make them feel important. Pamper them. Put all the focus on your clients that day, and you will forget about how nervous you are. And honestly, it just works. So I'm going to read to you a little bit in our Pass It On book. I'll come back to this in a minute. What I Learned from Mary Kay Ash by Jennifer Cook. Such a great book. If you have not ordered it, get on Amazon and order it. So these are some stories about how Mary Kay Ash, our founder, actually showed how she made other people feel special. And I got something cute to show you when we get done. You won't believe it. Okay, so when Nancy Thompson, which was, she was also one of Mary Kay's assistants, her personal assistant. When Nancy Thompson speaks about Mary Kay's insistence on making every person feel important, she shares stories from her travels as the head of Mary Kay's security detail. When Mary Kay visited a city, the company would hire a local driving service. If the chauffeur took them to the restaurant, Mary Kay always invited the driver to come in and join her for dinner. Every chauffeur told her they had never been asked by a client to share a meal. Before departing the city, Mary Kay would write the drivers thank you notes and often give them a copy of her autobiography. She also wrote thank you notes to the hotel personnel and others who had helped her during her visit. Mary Kay was faithful about showing appreciation to everyone who touched her lives. One of Nancy's most poignant memories concerns a homeless person in California. Mary Kay's limousine was outside waiting. She recalls she was elegantly dressed in a floor-length gown on her way to accept a prestigious award. As we were leaving the hotel, a homeless woman paused momentarily near the front of the entrance. Of course, Mary Kay noticed and greeted her warmly. The woman then told Mary Kay she needed a ride across town. To Nancy's dismay, Mary Kay asked if they could provide the woman with transportation. I'm sure Mary Kay could see the concerned look on my face, she said, because of the increased security risk and the possibility of not arriving on time. As they entered the limousine, Mary Kay reached out and patted Nancy's hand and assured her everything will be just fine. And it was. The guest destination was near the location of the awards presentation, so they weren't that late. And as the woman exited the limousine, she expressed her heartfelt appreciation to Mary Kay. Isn't that a sweet story? Okay, I've got a couple more to read you. So this is on serving others. Serving others is one of the primary reasons Mary Kay started her company. The most important justification for being in a business is service to others, she insisted. Mary Kay wanted to start a company where women would have a chance to achieve. She had experienced frustration in her own career by not having the opportunity to climb the ladder of success. She wanted to provide for women what she had been denied. What thrilled Mary Kay the most was hearing success stories from the sales force of how their Mary Kay business had helped them afford braces for their children or helped put them through college. These personal stories from Mary Kay beauty consultants made it all worthwhile to Mary Kay. She learned that someone in the company had been diagnosed with cancer. When she did what she could to show compassion and help them when she learned something like this. She made calls, she recommended doctors, and if that beauty consultant was in the Dallas area, she would even make visits to the hospital to see the beauty consultants. When Julie Heiss, one of Mary Kay's support staff members, was diagnosed with breast cancer, the concern Mary Kay showed for her touched us all. As Julie tells the story, I'll never forget, January 1992, I discovered a lump in one of my breasts. A biopsy soon revealed it to be malignant. At the age of 33, my life was forever changed. At that time, I worked for Mary Kay Incorporated for about 10 years. Soon after I learned the news, I got a phone call from Mary Kay. She told me to gather my medical records because she had made me an appointment with her personal physician, Dr. Kahn, who at the time was the director of Mary Kay Ash Cancer Center for Cancer Immunotherapy Research at St. Paul Medical Center in Dallas. On a very cold Friday morning, in January, my husband and I drove through freezing rain to Dr. Kahn's office. And after a long day of tests and meetings, we were surprised to find Mary Kay in Dr. Kahn's waiting room. She had come to see how I was doing and encouraged me. She told me I was in the hands of the best oncologist and that everything would be fine. To this day, I'm still touched that she made time for me there. She had a million other important things that she could have been doing, but her first priority was always caring about people. I've been so fortunate in the years since to help carry on her mission by being a channel of hope for others who have been diagnosed with or affected by cancer. Nancy Thompson also has firsthand experience with Mary Kay's kindness to women in distress. Nancy Thompson and Irma Thompson went on a business trip with Mary Kay. While they were there, Nancy's mother had a cancer scare. Irma believed they should tell Mary Kay about Nancy's mom, never to bother Mary Kay with her personal problems. Nancy resisted. But knowing Mary Kay as she did, however, Irma believed Mary Kay would want to know. When she heard the news, Mary Kay insisted on getting Nancy's mother's phone number to call her to put her at ease. Fortunately, Nancy's mother did not have cancer, but Nancy always remembered this kindness. Anna Ewing, one of the company's early national sales directors, recalls a time when she witnessed Mary Kay's servant heart qualities in action. Mary Kay encouraged the sharing of ideas, and the company adopted many sales techniques and motivational programs suggested by the sales force. And this is kind of cute because I remember this. A sales force member in Minnesota had put together a homemade flip chart of glamour techniques along with the company's marketing plan. Everyone liked the chart so much they began making their own homemade flip charts. So Mary Kay developed a more professional corporate one. These first flip charts were huge, over 24 inches tall. That is 2 feet tall. They were to be introduced at a sales director workshop. Mary Kay invited everyone who was to teach a class on the new flip chart to her room. After the session, each sales director was to carry the new flip chart and all the accompanying products to her class. Mary Kay's training class took longer than anticipated. She worried that women would not get to their class on time. She inquired where each one was going and learned that Anna's class was the furthest away. Mary Kay Ash insisted on carrying not only the 2-foot flip chart, but also all the products for Anna. Anna didn't want Mary Kay to do this and was embarrassed, but Mary Kay insisted because she always wanted to help her directors, even if it literally meant carrying their burdens. Anna told me she learned a big lesson that day. To be a leader, you must be a servant. And then here's another one that talked about Mary Kay as she was going to different events. It says, trying to move Mary Kay through a crowd of Mary Kay beauty consultants was like trying to move a Hollywood star through a group of admirers. At special events such as leadership and seminar, career conference, before Mary Kay would step in the lobby from the elevator, her staff would check to see if they could easily cross with her to the hotel entrance. Even if no one was there, initially someone would invariably spot Mary Kay from far and say, and yell, "There's Mary Kay!" Like there's Elvis, right? In a matter of moments, Mary Kay would be swarmed by the sales force, but she never forgot her commitment to always treat everyone as if there was a sign around their neck that said, "Make me feel important." She took pictures with and talked to all who approached her, which often caused her to be late for whatever event she was attending. So, to avoid detection, the staff decided to move Mary Kay through the hotel kitchens into in the service elevators, just like movie stars and other dignitaries. When most celebrities walk through these unglamorous areas, they ignore the staff, but not Mary Kay. The first time she stepped to a hotel kitchen before a company event, Mary Kay talked to the staff as they worked and asked them, "How are you doing?" When they would say they would say, "I'm fine," she would invariably say, "No, you're great." Every time she stepped into a kitchen, Mary Kay talked to the staff and told them how great they were. By the end of her stay, when she would step in the kitchen, the hotel employees would line up in a receiving line. She would walk through, shake everyone's hand in greeting. Many times, the hotel managers would write to Mary Kay's staff and say, "We don't know what you did for our kitchen staff, but their attitudes have been tremendous since your visit." And then the last one I want to read, it says, Mary Kay's belief in making everyone feel important extended to company events. If her home could hold the participants of the seminar winners' receptions or other sales force meetings held in Dallas, Mary Kay was willing to host an event for them at her house. The guests had free run of her house. She even let them look in her closets. If they did, they discovered their spaces were neatly organized. Her space was neatly organized with all of Mary Kay's outfits organized by color. Mary Kay kept matching handbags on the shelf above her red suits and dresses. Underneath those, she stowed red shoes. She stored coordinating accessories close by. Not only could guests see where she kept her shoes, they could also try them on. Many women across the United States literally walked in Mary Kay's shoes. And so I just love that story so much that I have to show you something. You're not going to believe it. Hang on. Okay, so check it out. This is me in 1989 when I became a brand new sales director. And this picture cracks me up with more than one reason, because this was in Mary Kay's closet. And, you know, when I first became a director, my unit's name was not Cletus Cheetahs. It was Cletus Cruising Cadillacs. I mean, I didn't even know about cheetah print, you know, or anything like that. I mean, I guess I did, but whatever. But anyway, I thought it was so funny when I found this picture and I put Mary Kay's shoes on and look at the pair I decided to put on. It was, to me, Cletus Cheetahs, right? And so the cheetah print in her feet, she was little now, y'all. She's about 5 foot tall. And I'm 5'9". And so I wear a size 9. Her shoes were a size 8.5, but I did squeeze my big old feet in her shoes. And so it was amazing, all of her shoes in there, and how cool that she did actually let us do this. When I read the story today, I'm like, I think I can find that picture. And of course, this other picture is of me lounging on her big old bed, you know, and so I'm there in Mary Kay's bedroom. And this was actually February 22nd, 1989. This was new director training week for me. And in that something, I became a director February 1st. And so 3 weeks later, I flew to Dallas for a solid week to visit with Mary Kay with the other new directors. And one of the big highlights is we got to go to her house, sit down and meet with her personally and eat her cookies and just go through the whole thing and take pictures. And of course, all these pictures, this was before cell phones, so this was like on a camera and we had to get them developed. So isn't that something, y'all? I couldn't believe it. So these are just some of the stories that, you will hear about Mary Kay and how she made people feel important. And she was there to serve others. It was amazing to me. So I want you to think about this. What are ways right now that you are showing your customers and your team members that they're special? What are some ways that you could start doing? So I just wrote a few things down about this, like, write a note, send a text message or a Facebook message to someone, comment on a post they've written on social media. I know this is crazy, but people post a picture of their sweet little baby grandbaby or their new baby, especially if it's your customer, make a comment on that. Because you know what? Like Mary Kay people, don't we have so many friends, right? And so we have tons of comments on stuff, but our customers are not like that. And it really, it stands out to them when their beauty consultant notices their life, right? So that would be something that you could do. Make a phone call to check on someone that you heard was sick. Add a free gift or a sample to every single order. Call each of your team members, tell them how special they are and that you just called to check on them. Send notes to your top 10 customers this week. Those are just a few things that you could do to show people that you appreciate them and to serve them. Obviously, if you have other talents like cooking, you could, it's still okay to make a cake and bring it by someone who's been sick or someone that has a family member who's passed away, send flowers and things like that. But your time is what most people want, and I was thinking when you book a facial with someone like one-on-one, that's the time that you really can spend to build that person up. And don't be rushed when you have a one-on-one appointment with someone. They just love that, and it builds that rapport and it builds that relationship for sure. So I want you to think this week of, some people that you could write notes to. How could you show love? This is Valentine's week, right? So there's probably some women out there who they're not dating anybody, they're not married, and they're like, I hate this week. All the love is making me sick, right? So show some love, show some love to some women that are customers to you. Maybe even pick up some Valentine's cards. You could even pick this up on the day after Valentine's, find them really cheap, right? And send 10 Valentine's cards to your top 10 customers and just say, just so you know, I love being your Mary Kay beauty consultant. It's simple. So there's a different, your customers, a sister consultant that's inspired you, maybe a team member, maybe a sister director or your director, maybe a hostess, maybe a prospect. And so get some handwritten notes out, go get you some stamps and put them in the mail. And then those women, when they get that mail, they're going to be so excited to not have a bill. I mean, do you ever get your mail and then you just go, and then you see something like written to you? You're like, oh, wow. And you get excited about it, right? Okay, so that's kind of the assignment. The Bible verse this week it's your belief verse for the week. And it's from Matthew 17:20. And this is the verse. He replied, because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Isn't that a beautiful verse? I absolutely love it. And so, whoops, let me go back one. Oh, well, that's okay. So don't forget about the 9-week goal. Let me just remind you of the 9-week goal. And that is, I have to tell you every week, right? But let me just find it right here. It is to watch at least, or attend at least 6 of the 9 Boss Babe calls from 2022. So rule number 6. So if you've done them all, you've already met that part, right? And then do at least 3 of the following goals. Number 1 is if you are a Powered by Pink winner in January by doing a 600. The second one is being a Powered by Pink winner in February by doing a 600. And this is the prize. I thought I would wait and show y'all in person the prize for February. They wrap it so beautiful. So look at this, y'all. This is a beautiful bangle. It's so delicate and beautiful. And if you earned some of the jewelry last in 2021, but this year they had some earrings and they also had a necklace that kind of goes with this. Isn't that pretty? So you got to get it. You got to get it. So that is the theme this month is power up your, what are we powering up? Your virtual self. Power up your virtual self. Okay. So Power by Pink in January, Power by Pink in February, and pamper at least 30 women January 1st to February 21st, and add one new team member. So 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4. So maybe you've already done your 600 for January and February, and you already got to recruit. Boom, you're done. And you've always listened to all 6. But stay with us because we have 3 more sessions. Next week is how to be a trailblazer. The next is stay true to what matters and then inspire others. Okay. So that is the next 3 weeks that we're going to have. And just keep in mind that, of course, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, but Tuesday is a very special day because it's the 15th, and that is the day that all the prices are the same that they are right now, and the day that everybody can order the new spring products. Okay, on the 15th. Then the 16th, the new spring products officially debut. Okay, officially debut, and that's when the new prices will kick in. Okay, so if at all possible, you would want to order before that on some of the things that you sell the most of. Okay, that's your biggest reminders. And you may want to call some of your guy friends tonight and say, hey, did you buy anything for your wife or your girlfriend? And if you have some things in stock that you could wrap up real quick, you probably could make some sales today. During the Super Bowl, you could be texting some of the guys and say, hey, do you need me to hook you up for tomorrow? I got some stuff, right? You could even do gift certificates. So think about that as well, because it's usually the guys that are buying the most Valentine's gifts. All right. So you guys have a great, great week. It's the middle of the month. You want to be, getting your sales and your orders in so you can meet your goals by the end of the month. February is always a great month in Mary Kay. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome week, and